Music has always been a way for people to escape and to be entertained. And fans just want to get away from that everyday water cooler talk or that hectic hustle and bustle and just enjoy a good record every now and then, or even look forward to that concert they have been waiting months to see. There's at least one star in country music that believes in being that escape and entertainer for her fans. And that's Miss Dolly Parton. In a recent interview with Dolly on Nightline, she made it clear at the start of the interview she was not discussing her position on politics by saying, "I'm not being political." She continued and said, "I don't do politics. I'm not getting into any of that. I have a lot of fans out there and I don't want to offend anybody." Parton wanted to make her stance clear since the interview would be covering the comeback of the film 9 to 5, in which Parton starred in. 9 to 5 is set for a sequel with the original cast, and if you remember, it was a story focused on 3 women working for a company while facing the challenge of sexism and bigotry from their boss. Parton made sure politics would not be the concerning topic while speaking about her film. However, Nightline's David Wright pressed on by even prying a little bit more out of her and trying to get her to respond to any feelings she may have on President Trump and still trying to get a response on sexism. Dolly responded by saying, "I'm not addressing that. I do not get into that. Of course, I have my opinion about everybody and everything, but I learned a long time ago to keep your damn mouth shut if you want to stay in show business. I'm not in politics, I'm an entertainer." Dolly would stick by her take on politics and wouldn't be persuaded on giving an opinion. Parton was also recently interviewed by The Guardian, where again the topic of politics and sexual harassment were brought up, where she stayed neutral. Dolly said during the interview, "I've got as many Republican friends as I do Democrat friends, and I just don't like voicing my opinion on things. I've seen things before, like the Dixie Chicks. You can ruin a career for speaking out." Parton went on to say, "I respect my audience too much for that. I respect myself too much for that." Dolly wants no part in having controversy with her name like the Dixie Chicks did when they made comments on President Bush. Parton also commented on her thoughts of sexual harassment by saying, "I'm pretty sure sexual harassment had always been bad. It's just that with the Me Too movement, women are bolder to speak out against it. I have dealt with it, but I have always been able to maneuver because I come from a family of 6 brothers. So I understand men, and I've known more good men than bad men. It's a man's world, and it's not their fault anymore that it is just life, and we have allowed it to happen." Dolly didn't get into much of what she has dealt with involving sexual harassment, and that seemed to light a fire in her sister, Stella Parton. Dolly's sister Stella was recently on a podcast known as Country Line, Our Stories, when she had this to say about her sister. "I'm ashamed of my sister for keeping her mouth shut. She can run it when it is about something else, but speak up about injustice, Dolly Parton. Speak up and speak out. Defend women. And don't just do it in a little song. Speak up." Parton has yet to respond publicly to her sister, but again, I don't think anyone is going to persuade Dolly on her political views or get her to talk about controversial political topics. Dolly just wants her fans to be entertained and to have music to escape to when the world just gets in the way. And for her time in country music, well, she's done just that. So that's all for today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom for updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.